The latest beef export numbers are in. Dan Hallstrom with U.S. Meat Export Federation is with us to visit about that. We do have the latest numbers for November beef exports, and they are down versus a year ago, right?
Yep, we're down about 19%, give or take. But honestly, if you take China out, we're only down 3%. So we know we have an issue with China. We've been out of the market for all practical purposes since late spring of 2025. 400 plus establishments that should have been automatically relisted back in March and April under the phase one agreement from 2020. So obviously this is a very political situation, top of the list for USTR, but up until now, there's been no progress in getting that relisted. But we're not waiting on that. I mean, we're focused on the rest of the world.
For the first 11 months of 2025, those numbers are down compared to a year ago too, though, aren't they?
Yeah, down about 3%. But you look at a market like Korea, our largest value market, we're up 3 or 4% there for the year. So we'll come in with a higher number when you get December in. So Korea and Japan's our largest volume market, but the value market is Korea. So those two markets, even though the one's down just a little bit, overall, they're hitting on all cylinders, and I really, and this is at much higher prices. So I think from a demand standpoint, I feel like the beef side's in a really good spot.
Is this 4-year low that we've had in the dollar helping out at all, the currency issue?
Yeah, it definitely is helping out in certain regions, but I think a bigger driver are the dynamics around demand. And I'll just give you a quick example. Central American numbers are in pretty good shape, right? Some slight growth. But what we've seen there is consumers and customers in a place like Guatemala demanding choice and higher beef.
Dan, are you optimistic about exports rebounding in 2026 at all?
Well, it totally depends on production, but I am optimistic that we're going to especially see pockets of growth.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. That is Dan Hallstrom with the U.S. Meat Export Federation.